Welcome back and welcome to another book versus movie, book versus film video. I've been talking about doing this one for a long time, but I like to rewatch the films before making the video so that I can remember exactly what they were like. And a lot of these I watched when they first came out at the cinema. I've discovered that I'm somebody who watches films at the cinema and then doesn't watch them again. It's like I'm living in an age before DVDs and Blu-rays and videos. So I wanted to talk today about the Paper Towns film. Now, I would say that Paper Towns is my favourite out of all the John Green novels. I have read all the John Green novels, and it is my favourite. I know for most people, The Fault in Our Stars or Looking for Alaska hold a special place in our hearts, but Paper Towns is definitely my favourite. It had me completely gripped and I read it cover to cover. I loved it. I loved the characters. Margot is very interesting, and then we have Q and Radar and Ben, and I love their friendship, and Q is an interesting character. I was really intrigued to see how the characters would all be portrayed in the film. Obviously, when you're reading a book, you have an image of the characters in your head, and so I was interested to see how they would be portrayed in the film, and I was actually really pleased with how they came out in the film. I think that Q definitely looked like the Q that was in my head, as did Ben and Radar actually, yeah. And then Margot is obviously, you know, she's this free spirit, and I think they did incredibly well with the casting of Margot. Like, definitely happy with that one. In terms of characters and comparison in the film, I think they're all very true to their characters. The only one who I think kind of varies a little bit for me is Angela. I feel like Angela had more of a kind of strong presence, kind of not spiritually, but like had a stronger hold over kind of Radar and his actions in the book than she did in the film. But I feel like she got more screen time in the film than she kind of did in the book. I feel like she was part of it a little bit more than she was, which was interesting. And she's definitely one of the characters I really liked, and I liked a lot in the film as well, which was really great. A couple of things that were kind of missing from the film for me that were in the book, and these aren't really spoilers, but if you've read the book or seen the film, I feel that the SeaWorld scene or mention of SeaWorld is missing in the film, and I was really, really excited to see how they did that in the film, whether they would be able to pull it off in the film the same way as it happened in the book. There is a mention of SeaWorld in the film, but it's just a mention and that's all it is. So that was a little bit disappointing in terms of the film. And then the other thing is kind of Margot's family and the way they come across in the film versus the book. I feel like in the film they kind of come up, but they play a very, very small role, and they definitely play a slightly sort of negative role, but I feel like their role in the book was much more negative, and Margot's father in particular is definitely more of a villain in the book than he was in the film. And kind of, again, I was interested when I found out the rating of the film, how they would handle that in the film as it had been in the book. So I wasn't necessarily disappointed. I was quite happy with the way they handled it in the film, but I feel like you get more of an insight into her family in the book than you do in the film. So in terms of sort of character and storyline, that's my opinion on those ones. Obviously, in film you get to see a little bit more of the setting and you get to see a little bit more of the landscape, and it was interesting seeing Aglo in the film versus the way it kind of appeared in my head in the book, and seeing the road trip in the film versus the way it appeared in my head in the book. That was interesting. I wouldn't say it was any better or worse. Overall, I think if I was going to either reread the book or rewatch the film, I would probably be more likely to reread the book, and rewatching the film the other night really made me want to reread the book. So there we have it. I would say that the film is done very well, but if I was going to go back to either of them, I would go back to the book, as it is my favourite John Green novel. Okay, I am planning on making some more of these videos, so if you have any film versus book videos that you would like to see, please let me know in comments, or you can find me on social media. All my links are always in the description box. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, my blog, it's all in there. Oh, excuse me. So you can find that in there. If you enjoyed this video, please do give me a thumbs up. As I say, leave me a comment letting me know what other videos you would like to see, and if you have an opinion on Paper Towns, book versus film, let me know in the comments as well. And if you want to be notified about more of these videos, then please do subscribe. I would love to have you on board. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.